Hello and welcome to Opportunity Knocks. Knock, 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 knock. Opportunities knocking on your door. Are you listening? Are you going to open that door? Hi, I'm Marian LaSalle, and today with me I have Lady Lou and Jody Birnberg. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
We're so tickled to be here today, and I just love that graphic with the foot on the gas pedal, pedal to the metal. We're ready to go. And you know what? That's one of the things that Opportunity Knocks means, is that you're ready to go, to put that pedal down and travel and do what it is that you need to do to make the opportunity work for you. Because opportunities are like a dime a dozen. They're dropping out of the skies so often, and we don't recognize them.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
I want to recognize them. I want to catch the big ones.
You know, as you buy a new car, like a red car, now you see red cars everywhere. It's the same thing you're talking about. We don't recognize the opportunities unless we're looking for them.
I know. And Jody, we know you have found opportunities. You have made some beautiful things out of your life from scratch, which most of us start from scratch. And right?
Well, thank you, Lady Lou. The thing I loved is that the opportunity to listen to my heart and to see what my heart was saying, because for many years I didn't. Oh. And I there's a part of me that knows I'm in the right direction, and some of the hows I wish I had right now, and it will come when it's ready to come. And that's something that I'm willing to manifest right now.
I love it. I love manifesting. Money loves speed too, as we know from Dr. Joe Vitale. Oh, yes. Well, Marian, we normally start our show off with some jobs or opportunities that you've found. What you got for us today?
Well, I first wanted to say, look, I know we're going to give you a couple of opportunities for a job. But think about, as you're applying for that job, what you have to go through. You know, they might not hire you. They take somebody else. It kind of hurts the gut. You know, it hurts a little bit, right? And so I don't want you to feel like you have to take a job. Be open and listen to what we're saying about the opportunities that are out there. If I need money, I have lots of talents that I could fall back on. And I could go to my neighbors. I could go to my friends and say, do you have anything? Do you know anybody? There's other ways to find money other than going and getting a traditional job. But if you really have to, if you have to get work right away, we're going to give you a couple opportunities here. And then we're going to talk more about the opportunities for you to create your own. All right?
Perfect.
Okay, so what are we talking about? The very first thing that I have for you today is an opportunity that I found that I thought was really kind of cool, because I'm attracted to people who like to cook healthy. I like sharing healthy recipes. I like sharing. I eat, crap, of course, but I like being attracted to those people who are giving me opportunities to eat better. And I have found a really good opportunity if that falls into your category. It's called Cozy Meal. Oh. They have remote jobs galore. If you're a photographer or a videographer, if you are a chef, if you want to write about cooking, you want to give classes, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to go to work for a company that's going to pay you the benefits and an hourly wage to do something in that industry. Okay? Ooh. Cozy Meal. Doesn't that sound good?
Oh, I love that.
Great idea.
Instructors wanted, private chefs, ordering cooking class. There's all kinds of things that you can do around food. And most people, especially with COVID, are really looking for healthier ways to feel better about themselves and to boost their immune system. That's really big right now.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Because that if your immune system is off, there's all kinds of things that can happen to us health-wise. So we have to keep ourselves healthy, and nobody's going to do it for you. I wish they would. I'd sign up first, but I know it's not going to happen. I have to take responsibility for myself. Even the doctors can't do it for us.
Oh, no, there's no magic pill. We've got some people in the audience who just can't wait to say hello. There's Hyatt Ives.
Hello, Hyatt.
And look, hello. She says, hello, lovely ladies.
Oh, bless you, Aurelia.
And look, there's Ann Seltzer. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann. Hello.
Yeah. We've got some people in the audience who are eager to hear more opportunities, because let's face it, sometimes when we get panicky about money, we can't see the opportunities ourselves. Sometimes we block it ourselves. So we might need the help of some friends like Lady Lou and Jody and Marian,
And all the ladies and gentlemen, even Hyatt he's a dear friend and a very big supporter of us. Thank you, Hyatt and Ann and Aurelia.
Okay, I have one other job, and then we'll talk more about some opportunities. Okay, now this one I think you're going to be very interested in as well. So maybe you could offer both of these to yourself. How about nuts.com?
Makes me hungry.
They have all kinds of opportunities remotely to deal with customers who are calling in and asking questions about allergies and what kind of nuts I should use for this recipe, and you name it. There's all kinds of jobs in the customer service arena. They start at $16 an hour, and they have overtime.
Ooh. I like that. And maybe they give you discounts on the nuts.
This sounds fascinating. Hey, maybe I'll look on it as a side stream, side hustle. This sounds really cool.
It does.
That sounds like fun.
And I bet they train you well.
I have food on the mind, apparently. Cozy Meal, nuts.com. And at Christmas time, they have those baskets you can buy for your family and your neighbors and your customers and stuff that they're filled with all these beautiful nuts and seeds. Yum.
Oh, such healthy food too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Very healthy.
Yes. And Ann says, I wish I had someone to cook for me.
Thank you. I'm in line.
And Hyatt says Ricky McKenna is a great contact, healthy eating wise. Yes.
Ricky, I was thinking of Ricky with her, and she has another show too that Marian produces.
Yep, she's got a cooking class. What is it?
Pan Intuitive.
Pan Intuitive Cooking. Yes, it's on Thursdays at 11 Central.
She's wonderful. She loves to get in that kitchen and just create all kinds of good stuff. One day she was cooking for her audience, right? She had her cameras all ready and everything, and she cooked so much that she had to find people to eat it all. I volunteered. Oh yes.
I'll be right over. Well, last week she cooked mocha muffins. Oh, I was so hungry by the time that show was over. She's a beautiful lady and just knows so much. She's a nutritionist, certified nutritionist, and life coach. So she's got so much to offer, and we'll put her contact information in the comments down below. And so if you want to look her up, you can find Ricky McKenna.
Yeah, RickyMcKenna.com. Yes. As you can tell, we love our Ricky. Now, she's a perfect example of somebody who doesn't want to go get a job. She wants to create something for herself. So she created a Patreon page, like I asked her. I instructed her to do that. She went over and did that. And now she cooks for her community. And she's making an income by having her supporters support her on Patreon. So go and check her out, her Patreon page too. Maybe we should put that in a link down below.
Yeah, I think it's Ricky McHealthy, patreon.com, Ricky McHealthy. But I'll put it in the comments after the show for sure.
Oh, fantastic. Good idea. Yeah. So as you can see, we're trying to lean you towards creating your own thing. Now, sometimes you need money now, and it's just not quick enough. And I understand that you might have to go and get a job, or you might have to do something in the meantime, like, I don't know, drive for Uber Eats or something, for quick, fast money. But in the long run, you want to be happy with what you're doing. You want to make an income that you feel you deserve, right? You don't want to make, minimum wage and feel good about that. You want to have opportunities that'll bring in lots of money for what you're worth, right?
I like that.
Lady Lou, let's talk about you and what you're creating and how you decided to start creating this.
Well, I'm one of those people that my middle name is MSU, which stands for Make Stuff Up. I love making stuff up, and so can you. All you have to do is use a little noggin up here and say, well, what would I be good at? And then make it up. I think that's really basically what you did, isn't it, Jody?
Well, yeah, I basically looked at what I enjoyed doing, and I was trained as a certified life coach. And I realized that the more I was into it, the more I saw more women that were kind of non-techie entrepreneurs. They would spend hours looking for the files and, knowing that they kind of needed a post, but then how, what, where, and things like that. And I realized that that was something that I kind of was a duck in water, that I enjoy, and that I've kind of found what lights me up inside, because I love helping non-techie female entrepreneurs kind of understand that it's not brain science. I mean, it can be dealt with very easily and simply. And also that kind of breaks through mindsets, some of the blocks we have. I'm not enough, I'm not smart enough, whatever. So kind of using that vehicle, I also am able to have the life strategy coach side of me with the going through the mindset as well. So I enjoy that a lot.
Oh, I tell you that when we first met Jody, she came to one of Marian's mastermind classes. And bless her heart, she like deer in the headlights with all of us strangers. It was a class. And I mean, this lady took off like a rocket. Everything Marian was teaching, she took it to heart and learned it fast. And she now has her own show. Tell us the name of your show.
Well, and Marian she has a marvelous mastermind group, and it's a group of very, very supportive people. And I do want to put a plug in that. It's a wonderful community. As a matter of fact, we all are actually writing a book about community. So that's going to be a #1 bestseller on Amazon, I'm sure.
I love it.
So I'm putting a plug for you. I even forgot the question you were asking me. I was so interested in Marian.
What did I say, Marian?
We were just talking about how she took off and started doing what she really wanted to do.
Yeah.
What she felt in her heart. Now, it didn't bring in like a ton of money right away. And so you might have to think about bringing in something in the meantime, right, Jody?
Absolutely. And more streams of income. I mean, Marian, you are the queen of multi-streams of income. And that's where I really realized that there has to be a lot of times, especially now, more than one income stream. And that's why I commented below when you were talking about the nutty place, I thought it sounded fun. I thought, oh, gee whiz, I'm kind of nutty, so maybe I could fit right in.
That's good. That's good. I like that. I'm going to fit right in here because I'm a nutty too.
Right in, we'll be perfect for that. Well, and also the other thing I do is kind of a mission. I know sometimes people say, is it a passion project? I said, well, it seems like I've got a lot of passion projects going on now. But the other thing I do is I do interviews of female entrepreneurs. I edit it and I put them out in the social media as well, giving them a copy, because my belief is that we really are in it together. And ultimately what I'd like to do is to have like this worldwide active community of people helping one another, because I know Lady Lou has talked about abundance numerous times, and there's enough to go around. Yeah. And especially because now the old framework has definitely changed about, I'm not going to tell you, you're going to rip me off or whatever. And now it's a different playing field is what I am seeing. So my job, what I love doing is opening up that helping other women promote themselves in that way, as well as helping them. Sometimes I've interviewed people and they're just like really not, maybe they haven't been interviewed or they don't know what to say or they're nervous. And my view is that let's all feel comfortable in this. Let's just all make each other, feel at ease. This is not, I'm not, I don't know if you remember, what's his name? Geraldo Rivera, those.
Oh yeah.
He'd zap you with an ugly question or something. And that's not me. And, a lot of that comes from my own past, actually.
There you go. And that's what we all are chosen to do, if you will, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And one day, over a year ago, Marian asked if I would like to do some video shows with her. And I'm comfortable on the camera. We've done a lot of Zoom stuff together. And I said, sure, and it turned into a full-time job. I mean, we finally had to cut back. We had so many shows, I couldn't keep up because I was doing all the recruiting of the victims. I don't mean that.
That's funny. That's funny.
Sorry about that. But anyway, I was doing finding the guests and having to line them up and get them all on page one. And it was a job. And now we're down just to this one show. And now that we're here, I'm also creating my own opportunities. Because I made that list. Everybody has a list they can make of their talents, what they love, what people say they're good at. Because sometimes we have to go outside ourselves and find somebody who knows us well. Well, what am I good at? I have no clue because you're inside it. You can't see what they see. So go ask your best friend, and maybe even your parents. Who knows? Your grandparents, if you've got grandparents still. But ask people who know you, what am I good at? And hopefully you have an education of some sort, or you have some certificates of some sort for classes you've taken, or any kind of a thing that you have done that has built on who you are. You can take that and put it in a basket, if you will. Just jumble it all up and pull something out. What am I good at? I'm good with people. I've been good with people all my life because I'm so outer directed. Now, inner directed folks, they have a little harder time doing what I'm doing because they don't want to be out there. I want to be out there going and blowing, and I love it, but I do get tired. I wear out because I give out so much energy. But if you're inner directed, you can find something that suits your talents, your personality, and it may be writing. It may be script writing. Who knows? You might go to Hollywood and write a movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready for that one. In fact, I've got a book. If anybody out there knows a producer, my late husband wrote the best book that ever was. And anyway, that's another story. But there's so many things that each of us have within us that we've developed over the years that we can turn into an income. And Marian, of course, is the one who helped me because she encouraged me to do things out of the box that I wasn't used to. And I'm just never going to be a techie. She's got the technical knowledge, and bless her. So she and I have made a great team. But she kept saying, now, what is it that you can do to bring in income for yourself over and above what we're already doing? And we came up with this idea of interviews by Lady Lou. And we've done a few. We haven't done a lot yet, but we're still promoting and getting that built up because I love people and I want to showcase them and their talents and what they do and how they can help the world. So why not? So we have instigated a whole new program for interviews with Lady Lou. Marian does the technology in the background, and I'm on camera with our guest or guests, and we interview that person. Maybe they're an author. Maybe they're a cook, a fancy chef, or let's see, maybe they're a writer for children's books. Who knows? It could be anybody who has something they want to promote, their message to the world. That I just love those terms. Marian came up with that. Do you have a message for the world? And most of us do, but we've hidden it or we haven't let it shine. So that's where I am. I'm building a new game, if you will, of doing interviews for others. And if you know anybody, holler. I want to talk to them, because this is something that they can run with. And then they've got the video. They can use it everywhere on their social media, their website, in their email blast. It's promotion. Everybody needs publicity. And this is a great way to do it, because videos are the answer right now. Right, Marian?
Oh, my goodness, yes. And here is something that I created. I haven't finished it yet, but I want to give them a visual, okay?
Oh,
Custom interviews by Lady Lou. And any one of these people could be an interviewee. So even children, because Lady Lou and I interviewed a child prodigy that we got so many hits. It was bigger than Dr. Joe Vitale when we had him on.
Wow.
But like she says, authors, chefs. Oh, I got authors twice. See, I threw this together quickly, but as you can tell, this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing. Custom interviews by Lady Lou. Now, here's one we did for Ricky McKenna, which we were talking about earlier, and Eileen Dillon. So put yourself in that place and then contact Lady Lou and talk about how you could be interviewed by her. And there's lots of perks to that.
There are. And I will coach you personally on being comfortable on the camera, because so many people are afraid of that little camera. And it's so kind to you. You just won't believe it. It's just good to you, because it showcases who you are. And you don't have to fear it. And I'll help you and guide you through that, and help teach you the little nuances of being on camera. Like one of the things that bugs me, and Marian says, no, it's not that bad, is when people drink out of a bottle. I mean, get a glass with a straw in it, or a coffee cup with water.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I'm thirsty.
But we can give you those kind of little tips and help you and guide you. And you may even want to start your own show. Think about that.
Look, Ann says Geraldo has reformed.
He has, Ann? Well, good. I didn't know that. Oh, Lady Lou is now Geraldo. Oh. Way to go, Ann. Way to go, Ann.
I'll do it. I love it. Thank you, Ann. Oh, dear. But see, there's just so many things out there that with technology these days, you don't have to leave the house.
So here's the deal. Okay, we did have to talk you into this. Okay. So this is something I saw that Lady Lou was really good at, and she loves it. She loves people. She loves interviewing people. And she kept hemming and hawing around. I had to push her into it. But now that I have, you can tell she's got excitement about it. Can't you?
Absolutely.
I'm ready. I am. I'm ready. So know that you've got similar talents or totally different talents if you're the inner-directed person. But even then, we can coach you on how to have fun on the camera. You don't have to just go out there and wave your arms like I do, but you can just sit very quietly and answer questions and, show your book or whatever it is you're doing. And it'll be very much you on the camera, not my personality, because I'll tone mine down to match yours. That's called NLP, So, Jody, tell us some more about how you're working to create the life you want to live now.
Well, one of the things that I am doing, I know that one is that I had a course just recently to help non-techie entrepreneurs learn YouTube thumbnails, which went over very well, I'm very happy to say. And right now I'm working on a webinar, so I'm going to be really aiming more for those non-techie entrepreneurs, and or sometimes people are thinking about, maybe they've worked in a job a long time, kind of thinking of retiring, and when they retire, perhaps because of pandemic or just because they want to do something different, they want to go to a laptop business, something that they can do at home on their laptop, and they're like, okay, now what? And I can kind of help them with that. I can help them with a lot of the nuts and bolts in that as well. And what is it that they want to accomplish? And also to help them create maybe a way to get organized that is not necessarily, surprisingly to many people, total technology. Some of the way that we organize, it can be as easy as having your iPhone give you a calendar reminder. or, those alerts you get when they ring to tell you, gee whiz, it's time to switch gears. There's so many easy ways to do that. And that is something that I'm choosing to create more and more of. And also getting into, I am bilingual, and I'm wanting to get into being with Spanish speaking people as well. And reaching out to them, because it's a passion for me. I really enjoy the culture, and I do honor the language. That's always been a passion for me. And being bilingual, I love it very much. So that is two of the ways. And the other way is also that one of the things I just want to say is that you had a way about, putting yourself out, and that was wonderful. And two things that I want to say is that I had an exercise that I think my first mentor gave me, and he was just wonderful. And he said, go to 5 friends and ask for your strengths and your weaknesses, and be open to whatever they say. And that was also, in addition to what you were sharing, very, very revealing. Now, the same mentor, the first one I had, he was wonderful. And he said to me, he made me do a video every day. And I'd never done a video. I'd never been on social media, anything like that. And I found my home really on videos. I am very comfortable, and I'm very outgoing. However, I am introverted when it comes to being around a group of people. I'd rather introduce people to one another and kind of go off to the side. And so, because I know you were mentioning also about I'm so on
Jody
fire.
is so hot.
Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. I have not been told that for a long time.
That's awesome.
Oh boy.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. But really, because there's something about being, I'm in my own element. There's something about, and even though, I know that Lady Lou's very outgoing, very warm, very passionate, and I'm a little bit more reserved, and yet it works for me also, because I'm very much in my element. I mean, I'm surrounded in my environment, and I feel safe in my environment, and I am in an environment that I love, and that gives me kind of the comfort to be what I am. And I find I'm almost more comfortable being on a video rather than just being in a group of people.
That makes good sense.
So it's kind of interesting how both of us are different, but yet we have the same medium that we're very comfortable with.
Oh, I love that. That really shows it. Jody. Sorry. Jody. Because the personalities are how we work, how we deal with life, how we deal with people. So if you're extremely inner-directed, and there are folks who are so extremely inner-directed that this is not going to be something for them. They would rather stay home and write or paint or create music. And that's great. We need that too. So you do not have to be on the camera. But one of the things you might learn is how to market what you're doing, your songs, your artwork, your cooking, if you're a chef.
I was doing some investigation on that, Lady Lou, the other day, and I saw a lady who was creating things with her hands, and she never once got on the video. She had the camera hanging from the ceiling, pointing down, so you could see and you could hear her, but you could never see her. You could just see what she was doing. And I thought, okay, that's exactly what you're talking about. Some people are just not comfortable with, putting this out there.
So right.
And it's okay. It's just okay. But maybe you do have this talent. Marian, is this the lady who did the miniatures?
Yes.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, there are people who create miniature things for different things like dollhouses and demonstrations of all sorts. The list goes on about why people want miniatures, but they were creating miniatures and selling them. And, because people are on YouTube and TikTok, they kept asking her, how'd you do that? And so she finally said, well, let me just show you. And so she rigged it up, or it was a jerry rig. She just rigged it up so that the camera looked right down and you could see every little thing she was doing. And she didn't do any editing. She just literally had it set up so that you could see and hear her creating these miniatures. And thousands and thousands of people are supporting her on Patreon just so they can watch her do that. Now,
Nice.
I have learned that some people want to watch it, but they don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not learning it in order to do it themselves. They just like watching for yours.
There you go. But that's okay too.
And the cooks, same thing. You don't have to show your face. You could have a camera on your food and, showing you what you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true. I'd like to put in a plug for Melinda Cooper, because I think she has helped me so very much. And this might be on a little bit of a tangent, but those are the women that maybe are entrepreneurs that really want to get set up. She has some mastermind groups, and I think that might be really, really great to get a solid foundation, because she helped me get a very solid foundation, and I really honor that.
Nice. Yeah. There's so many people in our world that we have not met yet, if nothing else, or you might know of them, or maybe you've even met them, or you have a friend who knows them. So if there's somebody out there that you want to emulate or maybe even mentor with, ask. They would be thrilled, probably, because you've honored them. So this word ask, A-S-K, I keep bringing this back to our shows because it's so appropriate. The letter A stands for ask. The letter S stands for seek and you shall find. And the K stands knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
That's great. That is great, Lady Lou. Great idea.
So go write ask on your bathroom window or mirror or on your wherever. Ask, because if you don't ask, nothing happens. It's stale. So even ask Marian and I, or Jody, how can I get this? Maybe we can help you. We can, maybe if we know you, especially, we can give you some tips on what we think you do best. But you don't have to take our advice. You can just hear it and see if it resonates with you. Because if you don't feel it in your heart, like Jody was saying earlier, then you're not going to do it. It's not going to please you and make you happy. So find what's in your heart to do, whether it's helping others, or if it's writing or songwriting or musical instrument. Find that passion that you have and develop it so that you can share it with the world.
I want to put in a plug for Lady Lou, because Lady Lou has helped me so much when I was just starting on my interviews. And I know she said that she has the program where she can help you along. And I can tell you that she was so positive and so encouraging of me and spent so much time with me. And I'm sure that, I'm so glad to see that you are offering this to others, because it was a gift that you gave to me. And I really want to thank you.
Well, thank you. That warms my heart, because that's where it came from. I saw talent in you, and I saw passion, and I saw get up and go. You didn't just sit on it. You took off. And now look at you. And the world is your oyster, and it's coming. It's all here, and it's all going to be virtual for a long time, I'm afraid. And that's the fun of this work. You don't have to leave your home to make money. It's right here online.
I prefer virtual. I like virtual, frankly. Maybe I'm a minority, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I like a combination of virtual and online. Of course, I'm a technology person, so right. I love that. I want to encourage you all to sign up for our newsletter. We have a fantastic newsletter, and one of the things I love about it is that people give us tips and recipes and quotes, and we really do like promoting other people. So if you sign up for our newsletter, you can just go to NaturalCuriosity.Life. You'll see Ricky in there all the time with recipes. You'll see, Jody, you can send us anything you want. It could be a joke. It could be a tip on something you learned with your interviews, that type of thing. So feel free to sign up for that. And I really encourage you to join our community. We have a fantastic community. And as you can see, we have newsletters, we have live shows, podcasts, you name it. There's lots of stuff going on. And these are just a fraction of some of the people that we have that are in our community. And we just love people. Can you tell? We just love people.
That's right.
Oh gosh, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Lady Lou, what you got to say for the ladies and gentlemen out there who just really need one last
tip, and that would be to go within. And I'm not talking about in the house. I mean, go within in here and talk to your heart. Talk to your soul, talk to your brain, because they listen, they're alive, they hear you, and ask, what is it that I'm passionate about? Maybe I don't even know it yet. What do I love to do? And write all that stuff down, because it's going to talk to you. Your mind will say, hey, I know you like to write. And then it's going to say, well, you just love people. Or you can say, you love to do bicycling, and you could even do bicycling in the house with a stationary bike and maybe teach people different things, different exercises, because people need to exercise now that we're stuck in the house. So you could have a whole show of teaching people how to exercise, how to lift weights.
I love this.
Yeah,
this is awesome. Opportunities are flying down from the ceiling. They're being pedaled on, let's go. All right, good. Thank you all for joining us. And Jody, thank you for joining us today. You come back and see us anytime, okay? We just love you. And we love your energy and your kindness and your willingness to help others. That's one of the reasons why you fit so well into the community. And one last thing, you heard Jody say it. We are coming out with a book, and it is about community, because we love community and we want you in it. So join us, will you? How do you do it? Just go to NaturalCuriosity.Life and you'll find a way.
Yes, join our mastermind. We have openings, because this group is so close. It's been going on for over 3 years, as I remember. And we just welcome you, and it's very inexpensive. Go over there to NaturalCuriosity.Life and click on the Mastermind button up at the top and read for yourself, and then join us. We meet every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Central. Thank you, Marian. Thank you, Jody.
Ladies. It has been a joy to be with both of you. Wonderful, inspiring ladies. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, ladies.
We appreciate you. We appreciate our audience. And tune in again next week. Same time, same place. Love you. Bye.